Alrighty, Root. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever it is you guys are in this lovely, lovely world. So today, we are going to be taking a look at my top 5 favorite mods of 2024. Now, I know there is a lot of mods that are out there, and everyone is probably going to have a slightly different set of top 5s. However, with me being a content creator as well as, just thoroughly enjoying some of these are going to be my top 5 mods. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, don't forget to smash that like button, really helps out. And without further ado, let's hop on in and take a look at the first mod on the list today. So, the first mod on the list today is actually one that I have been using for a very, very long time. It has been around, oh man, I think almost since the beginning. One of the very first few mods that came out. This one here is called Admin Panel. With this mod here, it is basically everything you need all wrapped up into one nice little mod. And I mean, it is little. It is not a very big mod. If I'm correct, I think it's like 20 megabytes, 30 megabytes. Like it's a very small mod for what it really does. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to add in a separate little UI for you. You're going to hold your X button on console, and it's going to bring up this new little wheel here where you have a few different things you can use. You can just kind of instantly go into walk mode, fly mode, ghost mode, creative. You've got your god mode, infinite stats, and then you could just do your messages. However, the biggest and best part about this admin panel is right here. We just click on admin panel, and it is going to bring you up into your own little list here. Here, let me get rid of my level up so I can just get rid of that message up at the top. There we go, whatever. Just go into crafting. Anyways, so we're going to go back in here, and you're going to see up at the top here, you've got a lot of different lists that you can click on. You've got your main one, which is going to show you all of your different admin commands here that you can just kind of click on and instantly change. You've got access to all of the players that are playing on your map. You can teleport almost anywhere you would like to. It has actually got all of the artifact caves laid right out for you, so you can just teleport right to them if you'd like. That is a really, really cool feature. I think that one's kind of new. I don't remember that one. You've got your settings where you can come in here and just kind of change up everything about your server. Then, the biggest and best features of this mod are the item spawns, which, depending on your mod, some mods are actually integrated into this. I feel like they just have to be around a little bit longer than maybe a week or two. It just gives the admin panel time to get it in here. And what that's going to do is it's going to let you come into the mod-specific stuff and just spawn it in for yourself. For instance, if you are interested in some shiny stuff, you can come in here, you can get yourself your shiny essence, your raw shiny essence, some poop, some weapons, miscellaneous, basically anything you need from that mod you can spawn in. Now, you can also go into the admin panel itself, and this is going to give you access to absolutely everything. The admin panel, oh no, that's just going to show you the admin panel. That arc, that's what I meant. You click on arc, and it's going to bring up your aberrations, survival, ASA, Bob's Tall Tales, extinction, scorched earth, or basically everything. What I usually do is I'll just click on survival. It brings up every single thing that's part of the game. You can come in here, you can spawn literally anything you want. There are some things that just won't spawn in properly, and that's only because they're not actually implemented into the game. But you can come in here to your, I meant to click on skins, your skins even, and this is going to bring up everything, and I mean everything. Some of these are cool, like you can get all the Bob's Tall Tales skins in here. You can get yourself some of the other, where are they? Oh, so that's just going to show the Bob's Tall Tales skins. Okay, no, that's pretty cool. So that's just the evolved stuff. You've got your greenhouse, your holiday, your miscellaneous, recipes, saddles, skins, storage structures, trophies, weapons, literally anything you need. You can just come in here and spawn in. Again, being an admin or in control of a server or something like that, very, very useful mod. With me doing mod videos and a lot of how-tos and things like that, this is essential. And I mean, like this, these mods aren't in any specific order. I'm just, 1 to 5 because there's 5 of them. However, if I had to lay it out, I think this still would be my top mod only because of what it lets me do. Outside of your item spawn, you do have dino spawn, which again will let you spawn in absolutely any single dino that is in the game. You do have boss creatures you can spawn in, just again with caution. But you can come in here, click on carnivores, it is going to bring up everything that is in the game. So all you do, you click on one, come over here. If you want it tamed, you can click on tamed. You can have female, male, saddle. If you do decide to change it or add a saddle, you can just kind of scroll that up. Now the saddle, I don't know. I don't think the saddle has been spawning. Oh, it did. Okay. I was going to say, I don't think the saddle was spawning in for me. But there you go. We have a nice Ascendant saddle that spawned in with that Allosaur. And there you go. You got yourself a nice Allosaur. So this mod here will literally let you spawn in anything that you need. Now, there are exceptions, like I said, depending on how long certain mods have been out, will depend on if they're actually implemented into this. But there is one more really cool feature in this, and this also comes with a dino scanner. A lot of scanners don't properly work on Xbox. So, I am playing on the Xbox Series X. I'm going to give you just a quick example here of how this actually is working. And if you are on Xbox and looking for a really cool dino tracking mod even, this one has you covered. So this is going to bring up absolutely everything. Like I have a lot of stuff in here right now. We're just going to click on Udie. Or, hold on. Okay, I feel like this part is not working since the last update. There it is. Okay, I just had to switch it over. So we'll click on, let's go back to Udie. There we go. It's going to show you the ones that are spawned in over here. You click on it, and it's not going to show you where it is on the map, but it is going to tell you exactly over here, the level it is, where it is, its health, damage, food, all of that. And if you'd like, you can just hit teleport. And this is going to literally teleport you right inside of it. Now, this one is my breeder one I was using for my single player here on the island, which... Man, it has been a long time since I have been over here. Holy, like, we're going on almost a year of, I haven't been over to this base. But anyways, as you see, you can just pick whatever dino you're looking for, teleport it over to that area, and it is going to take you right there. So that is the admin panel. It is really, really useful. And again, this is one I have been using for a very, very long time. As a content creator, or just, again, someone that you know, really enjoys a little bit of control over some things, this mod is essential. Now, we are going to be moving on with the second mod on the list today. And the second mod on the list today is called Bangin Tranqs. This is another one I have been using for a very long time. Some of these have actually been around since almost the beginning. This one here is basically the same reason as the admin panel. Depending on if you are, you know, making videos or you know, just want taming a little bit easier. This mod has a lot of stuff going for it. So you are going to have a few different variations of your arrows which you can build. So you've got just regular Bangin Tranqs, which I think are 2 times more powerful. You've got your tier 2, which I think is 5 times more powerful. And then you've got tier 3, which is 100 times more powerful. These things will literally knock things out in almost one hit. And I mean, it doesn't matter what you're going after. These are potent. So you get a few different variations of your arrows. You're going to get a tranquilizer bullet for the sniper rifle. You're also going to get some darts here. All of these are exactly the same. They have different tiers, different potencies. And what they are going to do is they are going to let you knock things out very, very, very quickly. Let's go and see if we can't track down just something here. I can just spawn something in if we don't actually have anything around. It's just, usually, there's stuff around. And then every time I go to do a video, it's like, oh, you wanted stuff? Oh, yeah, no, we can't do stuff. Anyways, so we're just going to come over here and we're just going to spawn something in because I just don't want to look all over. And again, you can see how this is working. This mod is really, really cool. I love this admin panel. I don't think I can spawn an Armadillo in on this map, but we'll go Carnotaur. And we don't want it tamed. Let's give it a 150 so it's nice and high level. Okay, so now we're going to pull out our Bangin Tranq, which is in a compound bow right now. This thing has 3.5 thousand torpor. So with one of the tier 3 arrows, you're gone. Like 3.5 thousand torpor, if not more. One hit, it is out. So this is why I use the Bangin Tranqs. When I'm trying to do a mod video and show off how to tame something, I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to knock it out so I can, you know, cut that part out and show you. It's easier just, you know, 1 or 2 bullets, boom, we're good. So the Bangin Tranq is extremely potent. If you are looking for something that will knock things out very, very quickly, this is absolutely the mod for you. There is quite a few different ones to choose from now. Like I said, this is just one I've been using for quite a while. I'm sure they all work exactly the same and just as good, but this is just one that I have been using for quite some time. Anyways, let's move on with the third mod on the list today. So the third mod on the list today is actually one that we were just using, and it is called the Awesome Spyglass. Now, there's a couple different ones of these as well, but this one here I find just to be the most effective and most useful. So with this one here, you can actually build it as a few different things. Let me come in here. Let's go. Spy. Oh no, okay, this one is only the one. So this one here, it is going to craft basically the same as your regular one. Actually, it is exactly the same as your regular one. Only difference is this one is going to give you a lot more information. So basically, it's like having a tech helmet. Only I find it better. So when you equip it, it doesn't actually equip. It just kind of opens a reticle, so to speak. So you can still actually have your weapon out as well as the spyglass. Now, with the spyglass, what it is going to do is it is going to show you... There we go. Get rid of that. I was holding a skin. It is going to show you over to the left here what exactly you need to do. So it's going to tell you whether it's a KO, a passive, if you have to feed it stim berries or kibbles or whatever you need. It's going to tell you the torpor, the health, literally everything that you need to know, you're going to be able to know with this. As well, as you will notice, it also will show you mutations and stats. Very, very useful. It's a very simple mod, but it is such a useful mod. If you're trying to figure out how to tame some of these creatures and having a tough time, kind of like I am, this mod will literally show you absolutely everything that you need to know to be able to tame some of these creatures. Oh, sorry about that. I had to fix my mic. My mic was almost off the table there. Anyways, so the spyglass here is going to show you absolutely everything. And what we're going to do is come over here. And as you got to see with the other Carnotaur, it will show you the torpor that you're inflicting as well. So you're no longer going to need one of the magnifying glasses to actually look at it. When you come over to it with the spyglass, it's going to tell you exactly how long you have before it wakes up. It tells you its food, its health, literally everything, including the color pattern. I love this mod. It is such a simple and useful mod, but it is one that I have had on for all my playthroughs. Not necessarily the Awesome Spyglass, but I have used one of these types of Spyglass mods for every single video. So that is basically all there is for the Awesome Spyglass. I think you can come in here and you can change your settings on it so that you can have it light up people. You can have like the what's it called? So it'll show buffs, items. Like you can change literally everything you want this to show. I kind of leave it as a base just because I don't want it to be too crazy. But you can have character outline on. Like you can basically set it up exactly how you want it. I keep it as base just because even the base version is perfect. So anyways, that is the Awesome Spyglass and an extremely, extremely useful mod. Now, let's move on with the next mod on the list today. So, the next one I think is over this way. Trying to remember where I am sometimes is not easy. Okay, so the next mod on the list today is called Super Cryo Storage. Now, with this mod here, it is basically the one that I've been using for quite a while now. Ever since the cryopods had their horrible nerfing and unnerfing and nerfing and... man, they just wouldn't leave the cryopods alone. So anyways, I decided, you know, we're going to find a cool cryopod mod. I was using another one before this up until a few friends of mine had pointed this one out. And I was like, oh, this one is much better. So then I started using this one. I love this mod here. So this mod here is basically going to give you a few different things to craft. You're going to be able to craft up this SCS terminal. You're going to be able to craft up the SCS pods, which are basically your cryopods. And then you can also craft up the SCS gun, which... this gives you the ability to collect your stuff without getting close. Now, you can also change the settings on this depending on what you are trying to do. You can add cryo sickness, take it away, so on and so forth. Again, I just kind of leave it the way it is because it just works perfect. It doesn't have cryo sickness or anything like that enabled, so unless you actually want it on, you don't even have to mess with it. But this part is the coolest part. So you get these little, basically cryo fridges, but they're better. And inside of this, you can have these where you can craft up your stuff in here as well. There is a display case, which is kind of cool. If you put a cryopod inside of this, it will actually show that dino on the like little pedestal, and it'll move around and do its stuff. Like it doesn't like walk around, but you'll see it like kind of move and stuff. It's pretty cool. But the other cool part about this is you can literally keep all your dinos in here and not have to worry about losing anything. Let's put this guy in here. There we go. If you do want to do other things, you can come in here and click on your delete dinos. So let's say you have an abundance of babies you're breeding up, you don't really need them. You can come in here, you can click on this, which again, I'm only doing this because it's the video. You can click on this, hold down your delete button, and if you have a bunch of them, you can select them all. What this is going to do is it is going to basically just remove that dino from the cryopod and leave the empty cryopod for you. You can also do some really cool things with this. So if you have admin settings here, which you will as long as you're the admin or using it on single player, you can come in here and control everything about this. So you can have it so that dinos can be captured in combat, capture items in bags, which is my favorite part about this. Okay, so the reason I really enjoy this one is you can go out. Let's say you're taking your Anki out to do a metal run. You can load that Anki right up to where it can't even walk. Cryo that thing, it keeps its whole inventory. You come back home, throw it out by the forge, and empty it out. Bingo bango, you didn't have to worry about nothing. I love that. It is such a useful feature. So that is probably my favorite part about this. Now, you can, like I said, you can turn on cryo sickness if you want. This part's cool. So if you turn this on, you can actually deploy your dinos in the boss arena, which you normally can't do. Deploy in caves, which is another cool one. You can have stored babies will just naturally grow. Stored babies will get imprint. Can only deploy in terminal range, which again, nobody is going to want that ever. It's just like some of these things are really, really cool. The other thing though is you can have this here. So with your cryo setup here, you can have it so that it will automatically collect fertilized eggs for you and hatch those fertilized eggs if you want. It is so cool. Like you don't have to worry about having an Oviraptor around or anything else. You pop one of these up, put your dinos on breed, and you're good to go. You come back, everything is at 1% incubation, so that when you pop it out, it just hatches. It is so, so cool. You can also have resource generation. So certain dinos will actually passively produce stuff. For instance, if you have Achatina and you toss an Achatina in here, they will actually produce the organic polymer and Achatina paste just sitting in the inventory. Now, same goes with your dung beetles. Like there's a few things that really will create and function the same way they would outside of a terminal, which is really, really neat. So there is a lot of different things you can control in here. You can control which ones aren't allowed to be selected in here. Your egg generation, you can choose which ones you want to have eggs and which ones you don't. This one is dino conversion. So if you, for instance, have an aberrant Carnotaur and you want to convert it to a regular Carnotaur, you click on it, do this, it'll convert it to a regular Carnotaur. It's such a cool feature. So anyways, this one here has a lot of stuff. I really, really do like this. So when you click on your terminal settings, not just your admin settings, this is where you can basically select if you want them to collect the eggs, if you want them to incubate the eggs. You can have it so that they'll auto-trap babies if you decide you just want them to collect the babies instead. You can have resource generation. You can have unfertilized egg generation, poop generation, have the beetles converting your poop. Like, you can literally do everything in this, and it is such a cool mod. So anyways, that is the Dino Cryo, or the Super Cryo Storage. One of my favorite mods as far as trying to control and do a little bit more with the selection we have, basically. So, like I said, with this one here, you can kind of jump past having an Oviraptor. You can jump past having an incubator. There's a lot of things you can do with this without having to worry about building up a whole bunch of other stuff. So, very, very cool mod. Definitely check this out if you are interested. And we are going to move on with the last mod on the list today. So, the last mod on the list today is actually one we just covered the other day. However, it is one of my favorite mods, and I had to throw it in here because it is just, it wouldn't be the same without it. This one here is called TG Stacking Mod, and they have a few different ones. There's 90% weight reduction, 50% weight reduction, and I think they have like a 30% weight reduction. This one here basically is going to let your stuff go way beyond the capping of whatever they're supposed to be in that slot. Excuse me. So for instance, the fertilizer, you'll see here, when I put this in before my mod, it all went individually. That part sucks. It takes up so many slots in here. Now, prime meat and a few of the other ones are exactly the same, I'm sure you guys know. So what we did is put the mod on and spawned in some prime meat. And as you'll see, we now have a stack of 344 instead of 344 individual ones that are all going to rot before we get home. This makes collecting prime meat just the best, okay? So you can now go prime meat hunting with whatever dino you want and actually make it back home with a whole bunch of prime meat to cook. Instead of going out, collecting it all, coming back and finding out that most of it just went bad on you before you could cook it. This one will let you actually throw that whole stack of 344 in and cook it like a regular stack of meat. I love that because you'll still lose the odd piece, but you're not going to lose every single piece you collected. It's just going to be the odd one just from normal spoil time. So the stacking mod is insanely essential. It also reduces the weight by 90%, as I was saying. So you can see here we have a stack of 100 stone that weighs 50. And then after the mod put on, there is a stack of 1,085 that weighs 54. Huge difference. So again, resource grinding is so much easier with this mod on. Having all this fertilizer not individual is huge. The prime meat, probably my favorite part about that. Again, being able to go and do a meat run and actually come back with prime meat is huge. The amount of times I would go out collecting prime meat and then come home and it would all be spoiled, or I'd throw it in to cook and I would only get like 3 or 4 pieces because the rest would just go bad before it cooked. This changes that drastically. So those are my top 5 mods of 2024. They are my favorite of the year. Again, I know everyone is going to have a slightly different top 5 list, and that's why I'm not saying, this is everybody's top 5. This is just my top 5 list, and I really enjoy these top 5. So hopefully you guys enjoyed them too. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that sub button, tell a friend, share it around, all that cool stuff. Most importantly, hopefully you're all being kind to one another, being kind to yourselves, and I will see each one of you guys here real soon.